EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down throw for Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Prescott. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Ginn. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Yellow waiting. 54. Watch the flag.
Now this time Brees will throw. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Come on, QB, come on. Kill. Mike 5-4. Ricky.
To throw, it's Brees. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Thomas, the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Check back.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, kill. Come on, 51, come on. I'm coming to you, son. I'm 26.
On second down, Elliott. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Prescott. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Kill. 57, Mike 57. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57's Mike 57. Go.
On second and 12, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. But now it'll be third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
16 yards, a first down. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Over.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running it, Washington. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the whip.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 28.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Elliott. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Calling no gain on the play and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. You better bring. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm going to run you over.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. To try again after the sack. Prescott over the middle complete. That's Schultz. The 20, 10, 5. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play here for Dallas. 66 yards. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
47.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Prescott now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Breeze now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before half for Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Breeze. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Waiting. Pick me up. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Watch the run.
Breeze now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. That was second down run for Murray. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Breeze going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
50 seconds, come on. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 26.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that 1st touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Get turn on. Hey, turn it up.
Able to power through. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
55, 55. Let's go, baby. Return up. Let's get that ball.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Now Breeze lost the football. And an alley to run. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Saints' 26-yard line.
Here we go. 52 right here. 52. I got him. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. of the gun. It's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, here we go. 65, 65. 47. 57 to Mike. 57.
Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And this will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze again. It's brought in right side by Ginn. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford, his 2nd sack of the night. After the sack on 1st down, Breeze now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
It's just me and you.
Here's Breeze to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Breeze toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here we go. Down to lose one. Hey, got tight end left.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week and you're